Cadwell doesn't just test you on the day, it tests you in the days before. Preparation isn't optional here, it's survival. You study the data, you walk the circuit, you rehearse every corner in your head until it feels like muscle memory. You sharpen your focus because Cadwell demands it. And if you turn up distracted, unfocused or full of excuses, Cadwell will expose you instantly. And honestly, don't be surprised if people are less tolerant of your whinging. This place doesn't have room for it. If you're going to be a liability, maybe just stay at home in your onesie. Because out here, I'm not fighting anyone's drama, I'm fighting the circuit. Have I mastered Cadwell? Absolutely not. Will I continue to try? You bet. Right, let me take you through the first lap of race 1. So we qualified in a pretty poor P9, puts us right in the mid-pack, which means we need to be very careful. Cadwell is tight, it's very, very tight, especially off the start as you go up here through turn 1 and turn 2. So you need to be very respectful, you need to give space, and you need to be aware of your surroundings. But there we go, we drop a wheel on the outside, trying to give maximum space so we get away with it, drop down into 3rd gear, just to try and maximise the exit and get a good run as we go down the hill and then back up the other side. Okay, so there's no real way here, so just trying to figure out the best place to be. But then we can see from the rear, both of these cars completely miss their brake marker by an absolute mile and go off over. Don't really know what they're up to, but good thing is they're gone. I can forget about those and now crack on with racing the cars in front. Okay, so trying to build up some confidence here for the gooseneck. It's a pretty fast section. It's a nice shot from the outside there, just to give you some idea of the elevation. So at this point I was able to give the red car in front a good bit of pressure. I had some good initial pace, a little bit lacking grip to be fair, not the newest of tyres, so being a little bit cautious, being sensible. Hey, being sensible on the first lap, can you imagine if everyone did that? But here we go, managed to get a good run there up the mountain. But you might be able to pick up from the engine sound that I didn't quite have the confidence in the car in the rear there to kind of go flat. So I dropped a little bit of time already, and I think quite quickly on now I'm starting to realise that I might not have the pace on the car in front, which is the person who I need to beat if I want to get the Masters win. So there we go. That's the first lap complete. From this point on, I'm just going to jump to a little bit of the action. Okay, so here in the first race I was using 4th gear, and the trouble with that is if you get on the power early it can push you wide, and just managed to clip a little bit of the grass there. But whilst it didn't do me much harm, it has dropped me back from the slipstream, and to be honest, if I'm not in the slipstream I'm definitely going to be in trouble around here. Okay, so skipping ahead, just heading over the gooseneck there. What was quite interesting actually is the car in front, Kevin Denge, he was making a few mistakes, like he was feeling the pressure. So when he did make a mistake, I was able to capitalise and really put the pressure on. But over the course of the race, and on average, I just did not have the pace. I think I was losing out predominantly over not necessarily this section here, but as we go through Hall Bend, so the next couple of corners coming up. So you'll see we're okay here, get a pretty good run, but then this next section here I was lacking the confidence, and that little bit there would pull him just a couple of tenths or so, and then through this tight corner here I wasn't close enough to latch onto that slipstream. So hey, no excuses, I didn't have the pace on the day, and he did, so good on him. Okay, jumping ahead, so we got Richard in the green car hedge, just made a little mistake there and gone off on the grass, and Kevin gets through, so that's absolutely perfect for him. But at this point I'm thinking, hey look, let's get my head down again, let's see if I can get in his slipstream. So starting to build confidence and just keep pushing harder and harder, and let the car slide, let it slide more and more and more. Okay, jumping ahead again, so there's a bit of drama that was caught on the live feed here. So we're catching these guys, and then the bright blue car ahead there is Matt McCluskey, and his head gasket is slowly letting go. So Richard tries to get through. He gets a little bit compromised, but I think I'm the one that loses out the most here, right across the top of the gooseneck. Not the place to try and get by, but unfortunately that leads to Matt's retirement there in the blue car. Didn't really give me much of a chance to catch up to the green car in front, but hey, it was one of those things. Okay, so same again, trying fourth gear and it wasn't working. At this point I was trying to get fastest laps. I knew that I couldn't get the win in the Masters, but I think that was a bit too much. A little more drama ahead there, so that was actually first and second that had come together, so that's bumped up a couple of places. And this annoyed me a little bit. This is a back marker, and I know that the car overtaking, it's their responsibility to make it through past, but having the door closed on you when there's blue flags is definitely not ideal. So yeah. Alright, so we finished P5 overall, not a bad result considering, and then